Blanche Devereaux wakes early, tidying the already spotless living room as if preparing for royalty. She dusts every knickknack, fusses over cushion placement, and even vacuums the doormat. Anything to stave off her anxiety about her estranged sister's arrival. Through a flurry of phone calls, Blanche grills Rose about menu ideas and Dorothy about guest accommodations, yet her voice trembles at the thought of facing old wounds. Sophia, lounging with a plate of cookies, quips, "If you wanted cleanliness, you should have married a maid." But even her teasing can't hide the tension crackling in the air. Just before Virginia's car pulls up outside, Blanche smooths her hair for the 10th time, practicing a confident smile in the hallway mirror. Rose offers her a reassuring pat. "You'll charm her, like you charm every man in Miami." While Dorothy reminds her that family sometimes deserves a second chance. Sophia adds, "Second chances don't come with disclaimers, Blanche." A reminder that forgiveness often means letting go of old grudges. Despite the supportive chorus, Blanche's knuckles whiten around her doorframe as she braces herself for an encounter decades in the making. Virginia Hollingsworth steps over the threshold with a warm, tentative smile, yet the moment she and Blanche lock eyes, decades of sibling rivalry rush back. Virginia's charm is as effortless as Blanche's is calculated. She greets Rose with a hug, playfully calls Dorothy "Teach," and shares an amused glance with Sophia. But when Blanche's forced hospitality gives way to pointed barbs, "You haven't changed a bit, Virginia." The air crackles. Virginia retorts with equal sharpness, referencing childhood pranks that ended in Blanche getting in trouble. The duel of wits lays bare the depth of their hurt. As the other girls hover uneasily, Blanche and Virginia retreat to the lanai for a private sisterly chat. Each accusation, Virginia blaming Blanche for stealing the spotlight, Blanche accusing Virginia of emotional coldness, only deepens the divide. Yet beneath the barbs, there's a flicker of mutual respect. Both women realize how little family they truly have. When Virginia sighs, "I just wanted to bury the hatchet," Blanche hesitates, caught between resentment and the faintest spark of longing for sisterly solidarity. Virginia takes a trembling breath and reveals the real reason for her visit. She's dying of renal failure, and only a kidney transplant can save her life. The room goes silent. Blanche staggers back, her bravado crumbling as Virginia describes months of fatigue, hospital stays, and fear of leaving her life unfinished. Dorothy rushes forward, eyes brimming with tears, while Rose clasps Virginia's hand, whispering assurances that everything will be okay. Even Sophia, blunt as ever, offers a rare moment of tenderness. "If I had 2 kidneys, you'd have 1. The gravity of mortality brings the women closer in an instant. Blanche's initial reaction is shock laced with hurt. "My sister needing a kidney? I can't believe you'd ask me of all people." Her voice trembles between pride and pain. Rose and Dorothy gently remind Blanche that family responsibilities transcend old grievances, while Sophia insists, "Blood's thicker than water, and trust me, this water's running low." The living room, once a battleground of sass and laughter, transforms into a makeshift confessional where fears of loss and the strength of sisterhood collide. Determined to help, Blanche arranges compatibility tests at Dr. Harris's clinic, astounding her friends with unconditional dedication, even if her pride still stings. In a montage of blood draws and awkward medical jargon, Blanche tries to lighten the mood with flirtatious banter, but Virginia's pale smile betrays her anxiety. Dorothy paces the waiting room, Rose prays a silent St. Olaf blessing, and Sophia attempts to sneak in snacks for them all. Laughter bubbles through their worry, only to evaporate when the doctor emerges, clipboard in hand. Dr. Harris sympathetically explains that Blanche's blood vessels are too small for a safe transplant, a devastating blow. Blanche's composure fractures as she realizes her sacrifice won't materialize, while Virginia fights to keep panic at bay. Dorothy steps forward, voice steady, reminding them both that medical science still offers hope and that Blanche's offer was the true gift. In that moment, Blanche embraces Virginia, promising to walk beside her through whatever comes next. Sight, turn, search. Back at the apartment, the women digest the news over chamomile tea and leftover cheesecake. Virginia's eyes shine with gratitude for Blanche's heroic attempt, even as she mourns the loss of that chance. Rose volunteers to be on standby for any cadaveric match, and Dorothy offers to research living donor registries. Sophia, ever pragmatic, reminds them that sometimes fate sends help in unexpected packages. Remember, one door closes, another opens, usually in the butt. Their collective support transforms Virginia's fear into quiet determination. Later that afternoon, a nurse calls with good news. A compatible donor has been found. Virginia's relief is palpable as she thanks each friend in turn. Blanche allows herself a genuine laugh of joy, hugging Virginia so tightly they nearly topple over. Even Sophia dabs a rare tear from her eye. The episode shifts from crisis to triumph, underscoring that love, chosen or familial, can move mountains. On the eve of Virginia's surgery, Blanche and her sister share a quiet moment in the lanai, surrounded by twinkling fairy lights. Virginia thanks Blanche for the unconditional love that prompted her to try, while Blanche apologizes for years of bitterness. They laugh about childhood escapades, trading softened barbs. Remember the time you plugged in that star and turned me into Medusa? And marvel at how close they've grown in just one weekend. The warmth between them signals a new chapter in their bond. The final scene finds all four women at the hospital chapel, hands linked in silent solidarity. As the camera pulls back, Dorothy murmurs, "Family isn't always perfect, but it's worth fighting for." And Rose adds, "Sometimes you have to give more than you ever thought possible." Sophia winks at the viewer, whispering, "Now let's get her that kidney." The closing theme swells, leaving audiences moved by the power of forgiveness and the strength of sisterhood.